السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله. الله أكبر. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام، تباركت وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. ولا ينفع ذا الجد منك الجد. لا إله إلا الله. له النعمة وله الفضل وله الثناء الحسن. لا إله إلا الله مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. As you continue dhikr, please do. I have mentioned yesterday that perhaps the Khatira will be after Maghrib, but I did converse with some other brothers and with dear brother Shams, and perhaps it would be still more appropriate, I think, for most of those who attend, to have it still after Isha until Isha gets even later, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll have the Khatira after Maghrib. Is that okay with most? Khair, inshallah ta'ala. Welcome, Sheikh Ramadan. It's lovely and good to have you here. Alhamdulillah. I invited him to lead Salah, but he sort of declined. So, Jazakallahu khairan for being here. Allah yakrimak. Of what we recited, first of all, remember, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We repeat that so often, walhamdulillah. Allah is greater. And then you fill in the blanks. Allah is greater than pain, than suffering, than joy, than arrogance, than power, than hurt, than friends, than resources, than good, than evil, than enemies. Allah is greater. And it's a statement of liberation, of tajreed, of tathir, of tahrir, of istiqlal, amma siwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep that in mind, Allahu Akbar, and try to feel it when you say it. Wallahi al-azim, it has healing power of the divine kind. No matter what your hal is, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar min al-shaytan. Allahu Akbar min al-nafs. Allahu Akbar min al-mas. Allah is greater. Greater. And we transition from standing to ruku', Allahu Akbar. From ruku' to qiyam, Allahu Akbar. To sujood, Allahu Akbar. So that I don't allow, if you really perform our salah with focus, I will not gradually allow anything to even tangentially touch my feelings and my heart other than Allah Azza wa Jal. And then salah becomes really a greatest means of healing. And it becomes indeed nahiya anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Salah becomes indeed a very effective instrument to ward off and to prevent evil and excess in our lives, my dear brothers and sisters. First reminder. Second reminder of what we recited, Allah Azza wa Jal telling us through the tongue of the father of Tawheed, Sayyiduna wa Abu al-Islami, Ibrahim alayhi salawatullahi wa salamuh. As he turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dua, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَظَلُومٌ كَفَّارٌ وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَظَلُومٌ كَفَّارٌ. Verily, and indeed, if you were to count the favors of Allah Azza wa Jal, you will never be able to do so. And they are so abundant, so numerous, in an impossible way to enlist. And yet, how do most human beings respond in our lives to the ni'am of Allah Azza wa Jal that are unbounded? And I mean the old and the young, the educated and not so educated, man and woman, young and not so young, healthy and not so healthy, man and woman, scholar and student, or nukran ni'amillah, one way or the other. The average human being amongst us, no matter what our status is, ظلوم كفار. And of those of you who know some Arabic نحو and صرف and grammar, ظلوم is what صيغة? No? فعول بمعنى ماذا؟ أي معنى تؤدي؟ ظلوم صيغة مبالغة في الظلم. It's a hyperbole, not hyperbola. It's a hyperbole in language. That is a structure that emphasizes very strongly an attribute, a meaning. Like you say good, but you mean extremely good. That's a hyperbole. So when you say zalim, that's a transgressor. A zalim is a hyperbole of zalim. Is sighat mubalagha of zalim. That is a person who very frequently and very often and very terribly commits zulm. That's the human being. And zulm, when we say zulm, what do most of us think about? We say zulm, first of all you think of political zulm, military zulm, and we forget the zulm that we commit towards one another at home, in the streets, at work, in the masjid, in our neighborhoods, with one another. A word, a harsh word is zulm. A harsh look is zulm. A feeling that is wrong and hurtful and we entertain it is zulm. Not only hitting somebody, not only killing somebody, not only usurping the wealth of somebody, not only at the level of a court we do injustice, not only that, but this zulm begins at the individual level. So the human being is ظلوم, كفار. كفار صيغة مبالغة of كافر. كافر كفار. It's not كفار here means what? Kafir means what? Literally kafir means what, my dear brothers? Excellent. A farmer is called a kafir. But why do we call a farmer a kafir? Because of his job. But the way he does, he sows seeds and he covers the seeds with earth, with soil. So the act of covering something and concealing it, that's the act of kafara. So a kafir literally is a person who conceals and hides the truth. The divine truth. In this case, the human being is kafar. And Allah, as He mentioned about His favors, kafar here means the human being is a person who very frequently and insistently does not show gratitude to Allah Azza wa Jal for His ni'am. Like we hide the fact that it is Allah who gave us. We hide it not by saying we hide it, but by our comportment, by our behavior, by the way we use those favors, by sometimes even in neglecting to say Alhamdulillah, and sometimes by neglecting to say Alhamdulillah with my heart, not with my tongue. So I hide all of that. I don't do all of that as though I have hid it. It doesn't exist. And the human being, بصيغة المبالغة, with the hyperbole of kafir, is kafar. Very, very, very ungrateful and ungrateful to the ni'am of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And my dear sisters and brothers, Allah says the human being, and the human being comprises you and me. Each one of us, depending on the level of our maturity, intellectual, moral, and or spiritual maturity, depending on that level, we are or we're not aware of how much we are ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna al-insana la zalumun kaffar. So part of my duty in this life is to be conscious of the favors of Allah Azza wa Jal upon me, and that to do my best as a traveler in this dunya to be grateful to Allah Azza wa Jal. Whether young or old, man or woman, student or teacher, under all circumstances, all of us have favors and bounties and grace from Allah Azza wa Jal to be grateful for. May Allah help us get out of this abyss of al-dhulm wal-kufr lin-ni'am. My dear brothers and sisters, I had something else to share with you, but it is already too much time from your precious time, inshallah ta'ala. I just hope that what I share with you is precious to you, because ya'lamullah, I share it with you because it is precious to me. And I'm reminding myself first and then you. And there is so much I would like to share with you that is precious and precious to me. But I always also make sure I don't bother you. I don't overwhelm you. I don't bore you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help my heart and yours not be bothered, not be bored by that which help us remember Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Keep in your prayers those who are in pain, those who are suffering anywhere in the world, and some of our brothers and sisters who went to Umrah. Please ask Allah Azza wa Jal that Allah accept from them and bring them back to us healthier and sound, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.